Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Jen, take roll.
Commissioner Corbin?
Here.
Commissioner Johnson?
Here.
Commissioner Waldner?
Here.
Commissioner Abraham?
Here.
Mayor Lindsay?
Here. You have attached the September 22nd minutes. Do we have a motion to approve?
Moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You have before you tonight's agenda. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion to approve September
Second.
29th agenda.
I'll second.
And we have a motion and a hurried second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Appearances, acknowledgements, and correspondence. Acknowledge the August investment report, gross salaries, and bills for ratification, and you had those attached to your packet. Questions or
at all?
comments?
Just quickly, cash balances are all maintained. I did do some adjustments to the designated reserves. The fire department pickup is finally a done deal. We cleaned out the fire pickup and communication reserves, also the street sign reserves that we've had okayed several weeks ago, along with the solid waste depreciation reserves, both in the amount of $6,000.
So they just go to zero.
Right, they're reflected on this sheet here,
Okay.
okay?
The reserve is still there if we want to put more in like
Exactly,
next
the
year,
balance just is
whenever.
zero,
Got it.
okay?
But the pickup's paid off.
Correct.
Do we have a motion?
I would make a motion to acknowledge the August investment report, gross salaries and bills for ratification.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Acknowledge the application for the temporary alcohol license and set a date of hearing for the Madison Knights of Columbus. And that is attached for November 7th, 2014 in the St. Thomas School Gym. Any questions?
Basically, it's for their gala and
Yes.
kind of an annual thing, so I'll acknowledge the application for temporary alcohol license and set a date of hearing next,
2 weeks from here.
But we're going to go with October 14th, because the 13th is a Monday holiday.
gotcha, October 14th
Please.
at 5:35 for the Madison Knights of Columbus.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Seeing no old business, new business. Resolution number 2014-24. Authorize the mayor to apply for a South Dakota Department of Transportation Transportation Alternatives Program grant. And I'll ask Chad if there's anything you'd like to speak to this.
Yes, I can do that. This is an application for supplemental funds, I'll use that term, to complete for the construction of the trail on South 10th Street from Washington Avenue to Union Avenue. Part of the project is already being funded with the remaining earmark funds that we have available, and then this grant application is for the balance of those. With the application, we're proposing to submit the minimum grant cash match, which is 18.05%. That's what the minimum for that application is. Otherwise, that's pretty much what it's for, is the completion of that trail. I can get into any details if you want. It's due tomorrow. We're planning to send it in electronically at that time.
This is something that we've addressed before, so if no one has any questions.
Did the trail committee recommend it?
Yes, they actually did look at this quite some time ago, last year, and then it's been basically kind of in a process of working with the DOT, developing an agreement, working on the design and cost estimating, and so on. And then actually they did review it again last Monday, and they, I guess we didn't ask for another recommendation because they already recommended proceeding with this option, either this option or another one, and the commission at that time thought this one was an appropriate one to pursue, and so that's,
I didn't see a recommendation from the minutes. I thought it was kind of weird, but.
Yeah.
yeah, they had done that before.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, it was quite a while back,
It was.
maybe even a year, but
It was a year, it was over a year ago.
Yeah.
this grant basically helps fund and gives us additional monies to help pay for the trail that they've approved and everything. So in a nutshell, it's a good option if we're approved for it. Hopefully we are. Chad's been working on it a lot. And we're hoping that we can have some other supporting materials to go along with it, so help fund it.
Well, I'd make a motion to approve resolution number 2014-24, authorize the mayor to apply for an SDDOT Transportation Alternatives Program grant.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Did you say from Washington?
Correct, from Washington to Union, the entire
From the
south-
Buffalo
the
to the
entire
hospital.
south
Oh, you're
side.
gonna put it on the south side?
Correct, yeah. Yeah, for the main reason that the rec trail committee, and we think it's appropriate jointly, I'll say, is because their crossing is at a stop sign controlled intersection. And then now with Washington having sidewalk down there, pedestrians can come straight down Washington if they want and cross at that intersection. Rather than trying to cross at Egan, you know, and then getting across there and going west towards the hospital, or even without any trail, just crossing right at Union Avenue. There's no sidewalk down there except for at the very end and such, so it provides, we've been working with the hospital with letters of support. It provides some very good connectivity, pedestrian connectivity to the hospital, which would be somewhat difficult without it. So we're hoping that the the TAP committee sees that value as well when they consider our grant application.
Okay.
Number 2, authorize the mayor to sign the agreement with the Xerox Enterprise Solutions LLC, application for hosting and technology support services. Jen, I know you've been working on this. Would you like to address that?
Yes, please. Currently, our governmental hardware and software packages are housed on an AS400, which is a black box, which
Jen,
sits
could you
in our,
bring the speaker a little closer? There we go. Thank you.
which sits in our copy machine room. That black box is basically at the end of its useful life. We have been stepping around for about the last 6 or 8 months with them. They will call in, delete some of the backups and stuff that are out there just because we are maxed out, okay? A new price tag on an AS400 is about $25,000, and/or we can go to the latest and greatest, which they are offering to us, software as a service. What you have in front of you here is the agreement from them. David has looked at this from the legal aspect. Commissioner Waldner has also been more than helpful on some of the techie aspects of this agreement. And would just ask for authorization for the mayor to sign this. That will get the process going with a teleconference tomorrow. A large group of us will have teleconference tomorrow, and we are slated to begin this process at the end of October. October 27th. They actually come down here on site. I will ask in the future too that we probably completely shut down the finance and utility office for that one day. They come in, they move all of the information from the 400 up into the cloud, they back it up, they do all kinds of checking, and then they start moving it on a PC to per PC basis. So basically we are completely down, cannot process payments, cannot really do anything until they've got us back up and going. Okay? Along with this agreement, we will benefit from some services that we don't currently have. They will do all of our monthly, quarterly, yearly backups, nightly backups that right now we are doing on tape cartridges and taking them off-site, which is really scary right now. Also, disaster recovery, same type of process. Right now, we don't have that coverage, and that costs about an annual fee of about $5,500. That will be part of this agreement. Bottom line, any kind of disaster recovery that needs to be done, as long as we have access to a computer and internet, they will guarantee we'll be back up and running in 2 to 3 hours. Lots of good stuff here. Comments, questions?
On the technology side, it's a pretty straightforward thing that people in the industries have been doing for years. It's quote-unquote in the cloud. Don't get scared by that. It's sitting in a data center that's owned and serviced by the same company. This is, I think they've been doing it 14 years? Was it 11 or 14?
We have been with this company, that's another thing, there's a huge trust factor here too. We have worked with this company for decades, and they certainly wouldn't recommend something that
Yeah,
they weren't
that's,
comfortable with. Right now, there's 62 entities, 62 offices that they have connected throughout the United States.
that Jen brings up a excellent point of, they're not switching companies, not switching software. The migration should be rather
Smooth.
And just some of the other services and the easeability of using this and this software, I think is just gonna be huge for the staff and for the whole office. And we'll expect a lot better reports. So, no, it's, of course, the backup disaster recovery things, because it is software as a service, it's online, a disaster hits, wipes out City Hall. Jen could be at another location with her laptop and still be able to access data and information. Continuity of business is certainly going to be there a lot better than if the AS400 that's sitting in this building now and not in a quote-unquote data center. And so this is something, I guess, we've talked about 2.5 years ago or something like that. It's kind of come up. So this isn't something Jen in the finance office just dreamed up in the last couple of weeks. It's been, again, a work in progress.
Very good. With that,
I'll make the motion to authorize the mayor to sign the agreement with Xerox Enterprise Solutions LLC for the application hosting and technology support services.
Second.
we have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Declare as surplus property and appoint appraisers for the scrap aluminum wire, and this is some that Denny has from the projects and that they've been working on. So Jen, is there anything more to add to that?
No, I really don't, unless you have questions, but yes, just as the mayor stated, it's due to their summertime project, they've accumulated another pile, we're ready to get rid of it.
I'll make a motion to declare surplus property and appoint appraisers. Let's see. Myself, Jeremiah Corbin, Dennis Poppin, and Chad Comas.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Attached, you have bills for approval.
I'd make a motion to approve the bills.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You also have bills for ratification.
I'll make a motion to approve bills for ratification.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. You also have personnel adjustments attached.
Make motion, approve personnel as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Just a reminder on that, October 1st and 2nd, we do have Madison's Salute to the Industry, and so that's going to be going on at Dakota Prairie Playhouse. And there's also tours that are going to be open to the public. So, seeing no other announcements or other business, do we have a motion to adjourn?
Real quick, no
Whoop,
meeting
yes.
next week. Just a reminder, no meeting next week. We've talked about it several different times. We've got several people out next week.
Okay.
Next meeting is 14th.
Okay.
Will the city survive?
Hey, we have a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Keep your phone close by, Jeremiah.
Yes.